presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Homosassa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Isn't it wonderful? This gentleman here with the gold report, right before the market fell apart, ended up with PAAS. We had a 98% gain in a year. And, you weren't 99% proof like Irish whiskey, but we had a good gain there. You always told us to do what we feel comfortable with. And if I lose a little bit of money on the table, I will, but I know that I just pocketed $8,000 or $9,000 in 2 weeks.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So if everyone's having a great day, safe day, let's make it a great week, folks. Love coming out of you makes you happy. The whole world can love you, but that's not the love that'll make you happy. What will make you happy is to share all the love you have inside of you. That is the love that'll make a difference. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 17, Nasdaq's down 32, S&P's off 9, gold contract up $12.70, traded at $18.03 an ounce. We have silver up 76 cents, $20.60 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.45, $90.40 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note up 15 ticks, 119.27. The 30-year up a full point, plus 11 ticks at 142.18. And King Dollar. King Dollar right now trading, where'd you go? There you are. Come on. My God. There you go. Down 208 ticks, trading 106.413. The euro's at 101. The yen is trading at 134, and the British pound is at 120 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go over to the world of Dave Mazza. Dave is the head of product and managing director at Direction Shares. Bottom line, folks, as you're on our website right now, just hit that Direction banner. It'll bring you over there. And I know we all trade quite a few of these shares, and it's pretty cool what we have happening out here today. Dave Mazza, welcome back to TFNN.
Hey, happy to be back.
Hey, so tell me, folks, when you go over here, let's all go over here because we're going to talk about single stock futures. Single stock ETFs, right? I see these two that you have pending, right, Dave? So
yeah, that's correct. So we have filed for and are planning to launch leveraged and inverse ETFs on the single stocks of Tesla and Apple.
Okay.
And as with our other leveraged and inverse ETFs, these are tools for tactical traders.
Right.
Are tools for if you don't have the ability to monitor these positions, stay away. If you're interested in learning more, tune into this show, visit our website. But they're structured the same way, but it's a big innovation because it's just applying that leverage 1.5 times on the bull side to Tesla and Apple, and then 1 times on the bear side for Tesla and Apple. And we're excited to be able to bring these to market because, as we know, this is a unique market environment, and folks are expressing opinions because of the increase in volatility on, two of the most heavily traded names in global equity markets.
Yes, no, I see that. So that's intriguing. So you're going to have the 1.5 times Tesla and Apple on the bull side, but only 1 on the bear side, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the way to think about the bear products, and we've talked about our fund SPDN before, which is a inverse 1x on the S&P 500.
Right.
That's really a hedging tool, right? So let's say we are, when Apple reported earnings or Tesla.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
And you don't want to sell your long, right? Maybe you are a believer, right?
Right.
And you own a Tesla and you've owned the stock forever and you believe in what Elon Musk and everyone is doing.
Sure.
But you're concerned about volatility, right? And
right.
Maybe trading options, especially on Tesla, can be very expensive.
Oh yeah, big time.
Right. So you can use this fund as your short-term tactical hedge. And the same can be said about Apple. And the bull funds, yeah, those are just more kind of upside exposures. But yeah, I think about the bear funds, like any bear fund, as especially during earnings season or other times, let's say we know there's going to be some news announcement, that can be a hedge for you.
You know what's so great about these folks, okay, is that what happens still, and I don't quite understand this regulatory-wise how this works, Dave, but we still have plenty of folks that, you know, that if they buy or sell something, they can't buy it back like for a couple of days or something, right? So this is really cool, like what David just saying, folks, okay? If you have an Apple or you have a Tesla and they're coming out with numbers, the bottom line is that you don't have to sell anything, okay? If you can just, you'll get the single bear just to stay delta neutral. And delta neutral just means that you're not going to make any money or lose any money. That's, you know, well, let's put it this way, when the trade's on. That's really cool, Dave, man. Because I was trying to figure out the bear one. I said, why would you do a 1-to-1? But that totally makes sense because the way accounts are set up, actually. Do you know what I'm saying? I get it. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. To your point, a lot of folks, whether the firm they work on, if they work in financial services or just elsewhere, are restricted in trading as frequently as they may like.
Yes.
So these can be or are not even outright allowed to trade futures or options. Now, plenty of people tuning in today say, I have no issues with that, what have you. But there are also many that do. So.
No, there are. I know there are because when we do a lot of trades, and what happens is that if someone gets out of one, they can't get right back in one. So I understand that too. And then the aspect of the 1.5 is really cool because there's plenty of people that don't really trade higher leverage products. Okay, so a 1.5 is pretty cool, and both of those stocks, of course, are highly volatile. So that's going to be interesting, man. So do you plan on? Is the industry in general looking for, like, because both of these stocks, I would say, are at the top bracket inside the marketplace, right? Are there going to be more top bracket equities like this that you suspect that you're going to be filing on?
Yeah, we filed for a handful of others, but really, the focus is going to be on the largest, most liquid stocks.
Right.
So think about your top 5 in the NASDAQ, top 5 in the S&P 500, or top 10.
Sure.
And that's really the idea here. So we are excited to further bring some groundbreaking innovation in the ETF space, particularly for traders, because ETFs are, to me, the vehicle is very powerful. They can be your best long-term holdings in a set it and forget it portfolio, but they also can be really some of the best tools for you if you're interested in that tactical trading and have the ability to make those buy, sell, and hold decisions frequently.
Isn't it amazing that, when you, in life in general, folks, all this stuff's been in front of us, and you think that everything's discovered, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh, here's the next thing, right? I mean, it's true. And I think this 1.5 is really going to be great for a lot of people because of the fact, as you just said, the option, for some reason, people really don't put enough work into the options to really understand them, so they better stay away from them. And the leverage here, another 50%, is not bad, and it's actually great for someone that does want that leverage. Well, listen, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to speaking to you next week, Dave.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Of booming inflation, where your purchasing power is eroded, there's no better place to protect your hard-earned money than in gold. Vista Gold's flagship asset is the Mount Todd Gold Project in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is Australia's largest undeveloped gold project. We are talking a world-class gold project in a Tier 1 mining district. This is a large-scale, low-cost project with significant existing infrastructure in a politically safe and friendly mining jurisdiction. Vista Gold just completed the Mount Todd feasibility study, which resulted in a 7 million ounce gold reserve and a 16-year mine life. All of this, combined with the approvals of all major operational as well as environmental permits. This distinguishes Mount Todd as an attractive, de-risk partner, ready development stage gold project. Vista Gold trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol VGZ.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 30, Nasdaq's off 45, S&Ps are off 13. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve does a show here every trading day. Now, Steve and Larry just swapped hours. Steve's on every trading day now, 11 to noon, and Larry is on 1 to 2. As you come over to our website at TFNN, Steve has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability, very easy to get. Come over, you hit newsletters. You're going to see on the right-hand side, you can get it for 1 month for $149. You get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of 22% or $199, and you can get it for a year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, they all come, folks, with a 30-day money-back guarantee. When you get the letter, what you're also going to get is a huge amount of webinars to understand exactly how Steve looks at the market each and every day. So check it out, get over there, hit that button, and you're off to the races. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, I'm going to have to be careful here, Tom, because I could plump up real quickly. You see, for the last many years, I haven't been able to go out to lunch with anybody. Doing a 1 o'clock show, as you know, it's not like you can eat a half an hour before because they got that food kind of coming up, so to speak. So now it's like, hey, I can actually go out to lunch with people.
So Steve's talking about, folks, no doubt. And you've heard it with me sometimes. If I throw some peanuts in, like, half hour before I'm coming on or something, you're burping it, man.
Exactly.
I know.
Kind of like, so.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, that was I think it's a great swap too, man. I mean, both of you are going to do great, so it's awesome.
Yeah, and good for Larry. Anything we do to help Larry out, that's a wonderful thing. So so for me, just kind of getting adjusted to it. I used to have all my doctor appointments in the morning. Now I'm calling them all and trying to get things switched and everything. But
cool.
Hey, Tom.
Yep.
When we began 2022, you and I, before 2022, we were on the air and we were taking a look at this specific chart right here that suggested caution. And now that caution, folks, Tom had mentioned if you do subscribe to Mastering Probability, you're going to get access to many of the things that we're talking about. And what I was referring to with regard to why 2022 was a very cautious year was because of all the TD9 count patterns out there.
Yes.
So if we look at this chart, you can see that the Dow has a TD9 count pattern. Now, with a TD9 count pattern, I can't go through the entire thing, folks, but basically my charts automate this system when you in a top conform when you see bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9. And in many of these instances, it was the bar following 9 that was out there that so far has identified the top. So that was the case with the Dow, the S&P, the Russell 2000, the semiconductors, the NASDAQ Composite, and the New York Stock Exchange. So that was a reason to be cautious. And with regard to the newsletter, each morning subscribers receive, this is just one of many of the tools that they receive, but here is an overview of the different patterns that I use to help us identify tops or bottoms in the marketplace. And this shows those by, if you take a look at, you've got one column here, TD9 daily. So you've got the weekly counts, the daily counts, the monthly counts, part of the Chapman wave counts out there. You've got my Rhodes momentum indicator signal. So this helps for all the sectors within inside the S&P 500, the index ETFs, the diamonds, the IWM, the Qs, and the SPYs out there, the primary indices. You get the equity future contracts. You get the metals. You've got oil, natural gas, bonds. You've got other commodities, and some of the popular ETFs out there. So that way in the morning, those folks that are managing either their portfolios or trying to identify new trades, it helps them to understand exactly where we are inside the market. And right now, we have many daily indexes that are suggesting that we could see tops this week. So the same thing that we saw on the yearly base with regard to TD9 counts, we're now starting to get that caution signal as we speak right now. So for example, the S&P 500 today will complete bar number 9. It is the high of this pattern. So this says that a top should form between today and tomorrow. The same pattern that we have, that's the same pattern that we have for the Russell 2000. So they confirm their pattern today. But again, that high can come on the bar following bar number 9, just like we looked at on the yearly time frame charts. The NASDAQ 100, the semiconductor index, the NASDAQ Composite, they're likely to form TD9 tops by Wednesday. So their top should form by, or could form by Wednesday. You'll have to check back in, listen to the Trader's Edge show tomorrow afternoon, and then, or tomorrow morning, I should say, and then on Wednesday morning to get a confirmation, or simply subscribe to the newsletter out there. New York Stock Exchange, that already has a TD9 count top, and that remains in effect unless price were to close above 15,354.73. The Dow and the Dow Transports, that would be the upper left-hand panel, folks, and the one that's second from the left on the bottom. Neither of those, as you see, have the TD9 count pattern. So in order for them to generate a topping signal, what I'm looking for is some type of bearish reversal candle, and then that would confirm the sell the D point pattern, the A to B equals CD. So if we get all that, then we're going to have a market that's going to suggest that we've got at least a short-term top. Now, the initial downside price targets, Tom, will become these daily oscillator and change line. I have it as OUL. Okay. Again, another tool that I teach folks out there. And that, when we take a look at the indices, because I don't have market profiles to help me identify support or resistance, those become key target areas. When you do form a top, typically price, or a bottom, price will typically find its way up to that level of support or resistance. In this case here, it would be support. And these are green lines. When they change colors, I'm looking at the Dow right now in the upper left. When they change colors from red to green, that tells us that the price oscillator is now above zero. And the price oscillator, folks, is a difference between two things. The two things that I use are the 19 and 39-day exponential moving average. And oftentimes, these levels act as support or resistance. So those become the first targets on the way to the downside. The daily topping signals that we have are lining up with the weekly counter trend rally completion signals. You and I have talked about this. Yep. We talked about how it looks like there should be a 2 to 3 week rally. If we take a look at the NDX 100, last week was week number 3. That was the last rally that we had inside the NDX 100, also made a 3-bar rally. So everything is really lining up for at least a short-term top. Now, what I'm not saying is that that's the end of the move out here. But if the daily oscillator and change line, we talked about that, does not hold as support, that happens to be this little kind of dash line on my chart out here, then what price would do is pull back to the solid line. That is the weekly oscillator and change line. So with regard to indices, we'll watch those OULs out there. And we've also need to be observant of the market profiles for the equity futures. All this is covered inside the newsletter. I help identify where support levels are. If we take a look at the NQ right now, Tom, it's attempting to form a new daily profile. This is bearish in structure. This suggests that if we see it close below 13,128, I'm not sure where we're at right now, when you close below the center of a bearish structured profile, you typically make your way down to the bottom of that, and that'd be at 12,740. Now, this profile won't be confirmed until this evening at 6:01. But I suspect that we're going to get this top, we're going to see a pullback, and that this is not the end of this is not the beginning of the next leg to the downside. Instead, what I anticipate is that we should get a 2 consecutive month rally. just like we did. This is a chart here that shows us the 2000 bear market. What we saw were several 2-month and a 3-month rally out there. I suspect that's what we're going to happen. With regard to price targets out here, I'm looking at this descending trend line. This is the weekly chart for the Dow, and that is likely where price is going to find resistance. And that's going to be between about 34,000 to 34,152. But I don't want to get too hung up on the number. What I want to do is look at the pattern as price approaches that area.
And folks, it's very easy to get Steve's newsletter. You just saw how extensive it is. And you can glance at that in the morning, folks, and really understand where everything is. So come over to our website at TFNN, hit newsletters, you hit mastering probabilities right on that right-hand side, hit it, and you are off to the races. Steve, you have a great one, safe one, and we look for the show at 11 tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Tom. We'll see you
Have
soon.
a great one, man.
Bye-bye.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 23, Nasdaq's up 22, S&P's down 7. Let's go take a look at Disney. Disney's coming out with numbers this week. Disney's going to be coming out on the 10th aftermarket, so that's going to be Wednesday. So the low in Disney's 90, the high's 187. That's a big number, there's no doubt about that. Big spread, rather. What they're going to be looking for, they're going to be looking to bring $21 billion to the top line and 95 cents to the bottom line. And let's see what this thing's looking like here. So, okay, so we have an ABC up. It's an ABC up. Let's say 1 second. 7. That's 15. That's 11. That's a close call. What is this today? That's 10. It's a close call, man. So let me look at this for a second. So we got 104.5. That's a decent one. That's $14, which would get you into 113. What's that right there? That's 112. This is saying Disney wants higher price, man. You know, and looking at this, you know, you launch 112 and you're going to be up here, way up here at 124. That's how this is lined up right now on Disney. It's a pretty good setup. That's a daily. Let me put this on a weekly for a second. So weekly, it's still really coming off the bottom on a weekly. It's got to launch this 112. That's the number. And then on a monthly, so on a monthly, what it did is that it has, you know, just about retested the low. It got to, look at this, it got to 90. The March low is 79.97. But there's no more sellers down here, man. That had 619 million, and we tested with 196. That's saying there's no more sellers. So my take is Disney, whatever they do, is it's going to go to higher price. Let's go look at Roblox. What is this? Okay, so we got Roblox. This is provides entertainment services. The company designs a wide range of online games. Okay, three-dimensional tutorial games. Oh, this is going to be interesting, this one. Okay, the low's 21, the high's 141. The reason I'm saying it's going to be interesting, even before I look at the chart, folks, is that you had, when NVIDIA came out today with the numbers, they're saying that their gaming was down 40%. 40%, 40. Okay, this one's only coming up to, okay, that wasn't, yeah, you're slamming right into, I wouldn't be touching this one. Yeah, what you're doing is this, this supply line at 48 is extraordinary. You can see the type of volume. 276 million down in the weekly. Last week we only went up with 95 million. What happens, that's just going to take a while to get rid of that supply line. That's the bottom line. So that one I wouldn't move on. Bumble, B-U-M-B-L-E. I think this is the dating website, right? They own everything, I think. Let me see if I get this right. So this is, yeah. So this is the date. This is, they put it all into one deal, but they have quite a bit of dating sites. Okay, so the low's 15, the high's 61. This is trading at 37. This is looking to take in 219 million and make 3 cents. Look at the growth in this, man. It's definitely growing. On a 3-year basis, growing about 12, 13% a year. Okay, so let's take this. We put this back. I'm going to first put it on a 3-year weekly. Same deal. I wouldn't touch this, man. Same deal. See, when you're coming up to something like this, you're coming up to where it went from 53 to 35 in 1 week. 25 million shares. Last week we had 13 million. The week before, 9. No action, man. That's a problem in paradise. That's what it looks like. That's how, to me, that's how that baby is setting up. Now, let's get over to the gold market. So, over the weekend, folks, okay, you would have got an email that we sent out. So, if you have that email, you know that there's only a link in that email that you can get the gold report for half price for 1 month, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, if you have some interest in the metals market, check it out, okay? Now, let's talk about this a bit. You know that when we were on Friday, Bestfit bought Anglo Ashanti, Anglo Gold. And when we were on the air, this was pretty intense, folks, because the bottom line is that the volume came in an extraordinary way. Well, it's following through. It's up another $1.16. You get 4.5 million shares. The bottom line is that they come out with the numbers. Numbers weren't bad. I think what the market saw more than anything is that the guy that's running the place, he's the new CEO. He was the CEO of the aluminum business at BHP Billiton, which is a monster company. And he's, bottom line, he's going to basically get rid of smaller mines and he wants a monster company here. So they're buying it. That's the bottom line. I think this thing has some real juice in it. There's no doubt about it. We go take a look at the gold contract in general, and we have what the contract is this. So the contract is going to need more volume once again. We're only 98,000. That's not great, man. That's the bottom line. We want, you want to be hitting here these last. The 2 days, Thursday and Friday last week, I think we did like 160. Yeah, 169 on Friday and 153. So this needs more volume. So we definitely don't want it to go hit the 1811 out here today. It hit 1806. And this is going to be contingent all over. It's all over the good old U.S. dollar. So the U.S. dollar index out here, bottom line, is hanging tough in a big way at this 106.792. The 106.792 area is the area which would tell you the bottom line is that anything underneath that, every time, what's so cool about the markets right now, folks? If you really keep your eye on this dollar, man, it's almost going tick for tick. Meaning what ends up happening is that if the dollar basically, goes lower on price, market wants higher. And once it gets into this 106.792, well, guess what? That's when that market goes south in a monster way. That's what we've seen. Let's go take a look at Nike for one of the tigers out here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Okay, so Nike's at 113.82, and yeah, there's no juice, man. Yeah, that 114.05. Yeah, something is going on there. Let me pull this back a bit. Yeah, there's no juice there yet. See, this is a monster supply line too. This is a huge supply line, actually. Oh, baby, this is a big supply line. Look at this supply line. So that supply line goes all the way back to September of 2020. That's going to be a tough supply line to get through. And I suspect, what is also happening is that the confrontation that in between China and Taiwan, folks, okay, that's going to hurt business in China. I can tell you flat out. I mean, I do business in China, okay? And the bottom line, I'm pulling everything out of there right now. Because it's like, okay, whether it's a year from now, whatever it is, it's like, okay, man, it's just, I got a couple more shipments, about 6 or 7, I got to think 6 to 8 containers I got to get over there right now. But, Nike, that's a huge, huge deal in China. Listen, many of our companies, okay, everything's getting made over there. So they start pushing around like that, I think they're going to, lose business. Yeah, they are going to lose business, man. That's the bottom line. Dow Industrials up 35, Nasdaq's down 19, S&Ps are up 5.5. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Vista Gold owns and operates the largest undeveloped gold project in Australia, the Mount Todd Gold Project. Vista Gold just completed their feasibility study, resulting in a 7 million ounce gold reserve. Vista Gold has all major permits approved and has retained CIBC capital market assistance in evaluating alternatives and in completing an accretive transaction. Vista Gold trades on the NYSE American and TSX under the ticker symbol VGZ. Vista Gold, executing a strategy to create shareholder value.
This coming Wednesday, August 10th, Basil Chapman will be hosting an all-day live webinar from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. Eastern Time, where he'll be presenting the technical tools based on the Chapman Wave methodology, a full in-depth course on his entire trading system. Over the 5 hours of live education, Basil will discuss studying and practicing entry and exit points, assessing where to add or subtract from positions, utilizing simple technical tools for holding positions longer, taking bear charts and adding notations, tools, and patterns, as well as identifying 3 core formations that repeat in every time frame, and much more. When you sign up, you get a chart booklet emailed to you immediately to start studying, and you gain access to his daily newsletter, The Opening Call, a $149 value. The cost to attend is only $295, and the full 5 hours will be archived. Don't miss this live special event Wednesday, August 10th with Basil Chapman. For all the details and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now. Dow Industrials right now trading up 38. Nasdaq is down 7. S&Ps are off 3.5. So let's go over to Coinbase. So this is Kathy Wood's just having a tough time here. So look at this, first. So Kathy Wood said ARK Investment Management sale of some Coinbase holdings last month came after the firm viewed as a regulatory uncertainty in the cryptocurrency world. Bottom line is that she sold, 1.4 million shares on July 26th. Now, needless to say, I want to bring this up. You're going to see July 26th is that the stock was trading at 52, and literally, 8 trading days later, it was 116, and 10 days later, it's at 97. So, pretty intense how this shakes out. Let's go AARK. I want to just see this because I know this was one of her big holdings, and she has a lot more shares than 1.4 million, I think, but that was a lot of shares holdings. Okay. There it is right there. So she still has okay, so this is what's in that ARK Innovation Fund, folks, okay? Tesla, she has an 8% position. Zoom, 8.5. Roku, 7.2. Block, 5. Exact Sciences, 4.7. UPath, 4.6. CRISP Therapeutics, 4.6. Coinbase, 4.8. Still a big number, man, because this is a monster fund. And if you want to just see this. And she's been so lucky, man, because people just keep plowing money into it, man. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, total assets is $10.07 billion. And it's very unusual, by the way, that when funds go down, that people keep putting money into it. But that's exactly what happened with that fund. But anyway, it's like crazy, man. So let's go back to that gold market for a second. So let's go to the XAU-HUI index. Because what you have here, we've tested the lows. And the bottom line is that everything is just starting to launch. So we'll see whether it can hold it. The XAU right now is up 270. It's over the swing. The swing we're talking about is 110.47. Now, we don't get the volume until tonight, till 8 o'clock tonight. But if we get the volume, there's going to be big action there because we have not had volume on the indices in the XAU, the HUI. Let's go to the GDX and look at it because what has happened out here this morning is this. So the two biggest dogs, folks, in the 18 million, let's just see. 18 million going to 28. GDX still needs more volume, but it's over the deal. So when you look at the weighting structure inside the XAU, the HUI, and the GDX, the bottom line is that Newmont's first and Barrick Gold second. Well, Barrick Gold, and leave it to Mark Brisbane. Let's see. I should know this by heart, man. I've had beers with this guy, man. Mark Bristow, yeah. So leave it to Mark Bristow, right? Even in the age of, and they've killed Barrick stock, by the way, man. I mean, this thing's got killed. There's no doubt about it. But the bottom line is that he basically came in, he beat what the estimate was. That's a lot, okay? But the bottom line, since they've got him as a CEO, since Barrick bought Rango Resources, this is not only, to me, one of the best CEOs in the metal business, it's the only CEO that I know of in the metal business that has so much money behind the equity. Here, you want to see something? This is wild. He always has, too. So picture this. I did a couple interviews with him, and his full story is so cool, it's unbelievable. He's just an awesome guy, too. Let me go down here, but watch this. You're going to see he's going to show up here somewhere. What you're looking at right now, here it is right here. So what you're looking at right now is that those are the largest shareholders, right? Well, he owns, here it is right there, he owns 5.8 million shares of Barrick Gold. And, just multiply 5.8 million times $16, right? The bottom line is that he not only knows what he's doing, but now it looks to me that Barrick is actually going to try to get off the bottom. Barrick has been a straight line move down the last 5 months, $25 all the way down to $14. You get some action here. We'll see whether it can make it off the bottom. I suspect it is, because if we go to what it also happens is this inside the gold market. You had Barrick. Newmont is still a dog. I wouldn't be touching Newmont, man. So when you have the two largest weighting structures, of course, inside the indices, that's very hard for the indices to move. What we had last week is that you had all the streamers. So when the streamers are also in the doghouse, which they are and were, that makes a huge difference. Now, what has happened out here this morning is that Royal Gold is finally catching a bid. $2, not a huge amount, but catching a bid. Franco-Nevada, another big streamer. What you have there with Franco-Nevada, catching a bid, So we'll see whether they get off the bottom. Because if they get off the bottom, these have been kind of some decent bottoms. And what I mean by a decent bottom is this, folks. First, you go down, down, down. Okay? Then you go sideways a bit. Then you take another leg down. And then you start higher. It always seems that if you're going to get a real acceleration to the top side, most times, right before that, it is like bad news. Meaning, you take that next leg down. And then what ends up happening, it shook the whole market out, and then it starts topside. So we'll see where this baby's shaking out. Let's get over to the silver market and look at silver, because what did happen also is that the silver market, bottom line, got off its floor last week. Silver right now has strength out here today. In fact, there might be an ABC up. Let's watch. Let's look at this. Okay. So this is nice price spread today on it, man. 58,000. Yeah, it's an ABC up, man. Okay, so it's taking out the B point. The B point is 2051. This is cool, man. Okay, 2051. 1819. Oh, this is a good one, man. Hold it. 2051. Yeah. You're talking, let's go to this next swing point. Easy. The next swing point is 22. This actually wants to run up here somewhere around, 22 is the next swing point. This is game for 22. That baby launches from there. You're going to see some big action. Let's go take a look at Pan American Silver. Yeah, it needs a little more volume. No big deal. EXK, which is First Majestic. That has the volume, not holding price. The silver's, I know. Let's go to Heckler. I was having a tough time. Let me see what it has. Yeah, that Heckler's already over. Heckler's already an ABC up. Yeah. Yeah. This silver market wants to go. This metal market wants to go. And that's telling me that the dollar is still going to get weaker. That, all in all, the commodities, the equities, it's all about this dollar. This dollar gets weaker, all these prices are going higher. Dow Industrials up 63, Nasdaq's down 7, S&P's off 2.5. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 38, Nasdaq's down 16, S&P's off 5. And don't forget, folks, our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, he's going to be doing a great webinar for you coming up this August 10th. That's Wednesday, 9 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. No, just come over to our website. You're going to see it right under featured content. You hit that button, and you're going to get a great education. Market-wise out here, folks, bottom line, you get a sideways market. This market still wants higher price, man. You're going to see, we're going to bring this SPY up. You're going to see you're actually pushing with volume here. SPY's down 30 cents, but you're actually pushing with volume. You get 48 million. It was going into 67, so we'll end up doing about 55, going into 67. Not bad, not great, but not. It is certainly not light volume going into it. NDX 100, same type of setup inside the NDX. Actually, the NDX looks like it's going to have more. Oh, so the NDX, we get 41 million. Yeah, going to 38. You know, bottom line, that's saying higher price coming at you. Now, the NDX didn't hold price. We got up to 326. You're only at 320. That being said, bottom line, you know, I suspect if it's going to back down into, let's say, 315, that still is going to need a lot of volume to break it. I just don't see it happening. And it has to do, let's go to the IWM. Look at these small caps for a second. So the IWM... Oh, look at this. This is a whole different ballgame. The IWM's an ABC up, man. You're not going to do an ABC up on the IWM and the market wants a lower price. Yeah, the IDM. Let's check it out, man. IWM's launched. What a trip this is. 14, 19, 19, what is that? That's 190. That's $22. That's 87, 97, 107. What are 207, 209. Yeah, we're at 192 and wants to go to 209. So 209, man. 209 is almost the highs of March. There we go. Higher we go, baby. Dow Industrials right now up 33, Nasdaq down 13, S&P's off 5.5. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Great show, folks. Go get him, folks.